Welcome to New Earth Activations with Raina. This channel is about helping you to raise your vibration, feel more, think less, still the mind, just for starters. It does so much more than that. But today I just want to go straight into the meditation, do an activation. So I invite you to get still, either sit down or lie down, eyes closed or open, whichever you prefer, palms facing the sky, and breathe long, slow, deep breaths into your body. Stay focused on your breath. Do not let loud sounds be a distraction. Just stay focused on your breath. And do not attach to any thoughts. If you feel anything, just breathe into that until it dissipates. And we begin. slowly back into your body. Open your eyes and resume your day. I'm out here in nature. In a different section. I'm by the gardens. And we're growing bananas and fruits and vegetables, all sorts of things. And I seen two big bunnies, biggest wild bunnies I've ever seen. Just enjoying themselves here. They all came out yesterday, and I was really happy to see them. And there's a little tiny being that's right here on the tree, but I don't know what it is. It's definitely not an insect though. But he's just sitting still listening. I'll try to get a view of him if he doesn't disappear before I get him on video. You're looking at me though. I'd like to know what your experience is when you listen to these activations, when you're fully present with these meditations. What are you feeling? Today is another beautiful day, and I'm grateful for that. And you can hear nature wanting to be a part of it. What are you feeling right now? Are you able to express how you feel or where you're feeling it? Are you able to locate it? And it may take some time to really notice that and where you're feeling it and what you're feeling and be able to describe it. If you're feeling anything other than positive, you have a lot of work to do. I know I've been there. And it's best to never lash out at someone. Just get a pillow and do what you need to do. And sit with that emotion until it dissipates into nothingness from whence it came. I don't know why you're here or what you came here for. Only your heart knows that. But I came for a number of things, including self-mastery. it might take some time to achieve that, but you'll get there if you're diligent and persistent and you're patient with yourself. And if you're able to spend time alone and get away from everything, the more time you spend alone, the better. Especially if you're focused on self-mastery. Yesterday I began describing, after I did a session, what I felt when I was talking about stagnant energy, and I described how it felt like. Have you ever had a sunburn to where you had a huge blister and then it popped? Well, that's what it felt like yesterday inside, where there was pockets of stagnant energy that just popped, and it was like and it was gushing just fluid water that was just flowing, which was great. So I feel that was extremely positive, because if you are feeling irritable, there's reasons why. And you have to be willing to spend as much time alone by yourself as you can get. And be free of all attachments. If you understand what that means, this is great. If not, you will in time. And the more time you spend in nature, the better. And grounding yourself is extremely important, which means walk barefoot on the earth. Not on the concrete, on the grass, the sand. And you need to take a shower every day. And drink plenty of water. If you want to be free, then you need to take this seriously, without judgment, without criticism, without complaints, without any negativity whatsoever. Just have an open mind and an open heart. And just be open to receiving. Even though you might not understand what that means just yet, but you will. That little critter is still here, just listening to me the whole time. And if you are vibrating at a low frequency, which is anger, I mean, there's just so many of them, then you really should take this seriously and commit yourself to being present with your emotions every day. And knowing how to master that. It's not an easy thing to do, especially if you've ignored them your whole life. Or if you distracted yourself or kept yourself too busy to be present with them. It's very unhealthy to do that. Because if you've done that, eventually there's going to come a time where you can no longer ignore it. You're just going to have to face it. And that's not going to be fun. So, if that hasn't happened to you yet and you're here, then that was a very good decision that you've made to be here before that does happen. And those that are focused on obsessively working out without doing any meditation, that's not the best decision you can make. It's more important that you do this first and then that. I did see some trees with mushrooms growing on it too, so I was excited about that. I just wanted to share that because I see another mushroom growing up a tree. If you're interested in doing personal or group sessions, you can register. Post in the description box below or send me an email if you'd like me to do a personal energy reading for you, a family member, a friend, a pet, a plant, a tree. I'd be happy to do that for you. If you are looking for something specific, you can also email me, and I'd be happy to help you with that. You just have to know what it is you want, which might not be easy, but you'll figure it out. And it is true, there's nothing you can't do, be, or have. But there is a process of having to go about it to have it. And if you're fortunate enough to have had your own experience with an Andara, then more power to you. They just don't choose anybody. And my Andaras that found me, that I found, for family, and I treat them that way. Can't live without them now since the first one showed up for me. And if you have been fortunate to where an Andara did choose you when they found you, I would love for you to share your experience of what happened when your first Andara did show up for you. I think I've said plenty today. I probably rambled too much yesterday. But it was raining all week, and it was just, I mean, I love the rain, but I couldn't wait for the sun to return. And I'm glad it's been here for the past 2 days. Can't live without the sun. I'm grateful to this planet for all that she's given me. Onto the sun. Invite your family and your friends, invite their family and their friends to do these sessions daily. I recommend you doing them 3 times, or 7's even better. The more you do it, the better. And Tom, you'll understand that too. Thank you for showing up for yourself. You've made the right decision. You're going in the right direction. Keep going. One thing about me is when this work found me, when I began the spiritual journey, I've committed myself to spirituality. I've committed my life to spirituality. I kept my word no matter what. whether I understood it or not. I didn't cave, I didn't quit, I didn't give in, I didn't give up, I didn't let any influences around me distract me from doing this or interfere. I just believed and kept going no matter what. And just because others said, oh, they've tried it and it didn't work for them, doesn't mean it's not going to work for me. I always thought, well, I don't know how far they went. I don't know what they put into it. I don't know all the details, and nor do I need to know. They dropped out for some reason, and that's their choice. I'm not a quitter. I'm not tempted either. I can't be tempted and I can't be bought. I'm not weak and I'm not lame. And I'm not a follower. And I don't compare myself to anyone or anything. I don't have time for opinions. And I'm just here to I don't want to share too much, because then I'll take the fun away from you. And I don't want to do that. Because I have a tendency to talk too much or say too much, and I don't want to do that. I was never like that. I usually kept everything to myself and didn't say anything. Now I don't want to be redundant and keep repeating myself and saying too much. I just want to, extract the jewels and deliver them to you so you can know what's best for you. Your heart knows what's best for you. You meditate, all the answers are within. You don't look outside yourself for the answers. And your energy is the new currency. And your frequency is everything. So where are you at? With that? How much do you care about your own energy? This is something I was ignorant to and knew nothing about. But I'm not ignorant anymore. But it is important for you to get out by yourself in nature and meditate and lose the distractions, lose the noise that's around you, the opinions of others, and better you follow your own heart than to follow the herd that doesn't know what they're doing. I stepped out of the herd consciousness a long time ago, and I will never return to it. I don't think I've ever followed the herd. I was always different, and I always stood up to what I felt wasn't healthy, positive. Just to start with. People didn't like that though, but I don't care. And then I have people tell me, oh, don't rock the boat. You don't want to say that, look at their ear and why? Why should I stay silent if I feel that what's happening isn't right? I'm not going to be silent about it. I'm not a coward. And why should I look the other way? I was never one to look the other way. I'm always the one that confronts it. And just say it like it is. And if your feelings get hurt, oh well, what do you want me to do? Especially if you're not making the best decision. Like for instance, habits. What are your habits healthy? Are they serving your highest and best? Are your beliefs serving your highest and best? If not, then you really need to examine that and decide for yourself which ones are serving your highest and best and which ones to discard, to get rid of. And are those that are around you, do they support you and have your back or not? If not, why do you need them in your life? You don't. You're better off going it alone and then eventually finding who is meant to be in your life. But that's the talk for another day. And if you get anything out of these meditations, activations, and what I'm sharing, I would really like to know how it helped you, how it empowered you, how it made you think differently, and what good it did for you. If you'd like to share. Because when I do these are meant to serve your highest and best. and what I've been shown because I've remained true to this path. I'm one of the fortunate ones on this planet that has seen what I've seen and shown what I've been shown because I've remained true to it and did not quit no matter what. And nobody can tell me anything different. Opinions don't matter to me. And I don't waste my time judging anybody or acting like I know everything and this is how it is. I don't act like a know-it-all or my channel is just so, that this is how it is. I don't play those games either. And I don't care if you like me, I don't care if you don't. I've got nothing to lose and nothing to hide. I just tell it like it is. I'm real, I'm honest, I'm truthful. And I eliminate negativity of all kinds out of my life permanently and forever. I want nothing to do with it. Never did, never will. I don't respect it. It served its purpose. Now I shut the door permanently to it and will never return. Everything is your teacher if you're open to it, to receiving the messages. And if you're looking the other way, rather than doing what is best for you, do you really think it's going to get better if you ignore it? And when you talk about addictions, where do you think that comes from? How far back do you think that where did it begin? How long ago? Like it came from somewhere. And what are you going to do to really overcome it? Like, I don't have addictions. I never drank, I never smoked cigarettes, I never partied. I never did any of those things. I just had no interest in it whatsoever. I did like to stay fit though, but I had to let that go too in order to do this work because it was just distracting me from what I needed to do. And it was taking too much time away from what I needed to know. If I didn't eliminate that for as long as I have, I wouldn't know all that I know now. I wouldn't have seen all that I've seen. I wouldn't have been shown all that I've been shown. And that wasn't an easy thing to do. And you want to have your mind work for you, not become a slave to your mind or a slave to your emotions. What are you willing to do to really overcome the world? That might take some time. If you're willing to go that far. But I didn't come here to do anything half-assed. No matter what it takes, no matter how difficult it may or may not be. I didn't choose to follow anyone or anything. I just, when I stepped into this, I was hanging on the coattails of an ascended master. If you don't know what an ascended master is, and if you have interested in knowing, you'll find out soon enough. And for me, I was always after the high vibrations, wherever that was on the planet. That's where I wanted to be. I wasn't interested in being in the world and of the world and doing everything everybody else does. I'm not a people pleaser. And I may have been too generous and too kind, but I like to treat others, you know, as best I can. I needed to learn how to treat myself better. And not put others before myself. I may have been too generous, too kind, too giving. But those days are over. Because I seen what I did to myself. And that's okay too. At least I woke up, because you can't do this after you die. You are here to do it now. If there's anything I said that you don't understand, you can always meditate and see what you receive from that, or you can just send me an email and ask me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you, universe. Thank you, divine. Thank you all. And I will see you next time. You can email me at reinadhabsburg@gmail.com or rdhabsburg@gmail.com. Have a beautiful and blessed